Your 40s can feel like a paradox. You're experienced, wiser, maybe more confident than ever. And yet, something feels different. Energy dips faster. Sleep gets lighter. Stress lingers longer. And recovery, physical or emotional, doesn't happen overnight anymore. But here's the truth most people never hear. Your 40s aren't the beginning of decline. They're the pivot point. This is the decade when small daily choices, the food you eat, how you handle stress, how often you move, start programming your body for the next 30 or 40 years. Your 40s are the make or break moment for your heart, your brain, and your future vitality. And the best part? You're right on time to change the story. Welcome to Vital Year, where science meets purpose and where every story reminds you it's never too late to rebuild your energy, your health, and your joy. If you're ready to take charge of your next chapter, make sure to subscribe, breathe deeply, and let's begin your vital decade together. Number 1, the hidden shift happening in your 40s. Scientists call your 40s a metabolic tipping point. It's when your body begins to transition from growth mode, fueled by hormones like testosterone and estrogen, in a maintenance mode, focused more on repair and balance. This shift is entirely natural, but it also means your systems become more sensitive to how you live. Your arteries begin to lose some of their elasticity, your insulin response slows down, and your neurons, the brain's communication network, start depending more on oxygen and circulation. This isn't a sign of aging, it's feedback. Your body is whispering, "Take care of me differently now." If you listen, you can slow and even reverse. But if you ignore them, this is the decade when silent damage begins to accumulate. Research shows that nearly 80% of cardiovascular disease begins quietly in midlife. The first signs of brain aging, slower processing, or brief memory slips, often appear before age 50. And insulin resistance, the hidden driver of fatigue, belly fat, and inflammation, often starts in your 40s, long before diabetes ever shows up. This is why this decade matters more than most. But it's also the most powerful window of time for renewal, prevention, and long-term transformation. Number 2, your heart, the engine of longevity. Your heart beats over 100,000 times a day, and every beat is a message to your future self. Cardiologists now talk about something called arterial age, how old your blood vessels are compared to your actual age. The encouraging news is that your arteries can, in fact, become younger through consistent, gentle habits. Movement, nourishment, breathing, and rest. These are the true medicines. Brisk walking for just 30 minutes a day can cut your risk of heart disease by up to 40%. Eating for circulation with beets, berries, greens, olive oil, and omega-3s helps your arteries stay flexible and strong. Even something as simple as breathing deeply and sleeping regularly protects your heart from unnecessary strain. The secret isn't intensity, it's joyful consistency. You don't need marathons, you need momentum. In a 2024 study from the Journal of the American Heart Association, researchers found that midlife adults who incorporated light movement throughout the day, even 5-minute breaks from sitting, gained the same heart longevity benefits as those who went to the gym several times a week. The message is simple: move often, breathe deeply, rest well. Your heart doesn't care how, it just loves rhythm. Number 3, your brain, the organ that ages in silence. While your heart pumps life, your brain interprets it, shaping how you think, feel, and experience meaning. And like your heart, it's deeply affected by the choices you make in your 40s. Neurologists call this decade the cognitive crossover, the period when brain performance depends more on lifestyle than on genetics. But that's good news, because the brain is adaptable and resilient if you feed and challenge it the right way. Learning new skills strengthens something called cognitive reserve, the brain's backup wiring system. It's how you protect memory and creativity against time. Diet also plays a silent but profound role. Anti-inflammatory foods like leafy greens, berries, turmeric, and healthy fats protect your hippocampus, the part of your brain that stores memories. Physical movement keeps your brain young too, as exercise boosts blood flow and triggers the release of BDNF, often called brain fertilizer. Managing stress is equally crucial. Chronic cortisol, the body's main stress hormone, has been shown to shrink brain volume over time. Meditation, mindfulness, and breath work can guard against that damage. You don't need perfection, you need protection. Small, daily inputs tell your brain to keep growing, to stay curious, and to keep you sharp now and strong later. Number 4, your metabolism, the quiet saboteur. Here's something few people tell you. Your 40s can feel like a slow metabolic betrayal. You're eating the same way, moving the same way, but your body suddenly feels different. Energy wanes, the waistline changes, and it's easy to think you're doing something wrong. You're not. Your metabolism is simply adapting to hormonal shifts. As estrogen and testosterone decline, muscle loss accelerates, insulin sensitivity drops, and inflammation can quietly rise. But the key truth is this: your metabolism is trainable. You can reset it through daily nourishment and strength. Eating protein with every meal keeps muscles active and blood sugar steady. Lifting weights twice a week helps preserve lean mass, which acts as your metabolic engine. Even starting your day with a balanced breakfast helps reset your hormonal rhythm. And above all, sleep remains the foundation. Metabolism collapses when sleep debt builds up. Harvard researchers have found that adults who maintain strong muscle mass after 40 reduce their mortality risk by nearly 20%. Muscle isn't just strength, it's a longevity organ, one of the most powerful tools you have to stay youthful from the inside out. Number 5, stress, the accelerator of aging. Stress isn't always bad. It's part of being human, but chronic stress is toxic. It drives inflammation, stiffens arteries, disrupts sleep, and accelerates brain aging. In your 40s, stress often peaks. Work responsibilities expand, family and caregiving duties grow, and identity begins to evolve. Your biology feels every bit of it. The solution isn't to escape stress, it's to master recovery. Deep breathing, sunlight, and digital rest can work wonders for your nervous system. Even 2 minutes of slow nasal breathing, 10 minutes of morning light, and an hour away from screens before bed can reset your body's stress response. Recovery is what separates those who burn out from those who thrive. Your 40s are the decade to learn that art, the art of returning to balance. It's about how gracefully and resiliently you can bounce back. Number 6, connection, purpose, in the second half. You might begin to notice something subtle as the years pass. What once drove you, ambition, recognition, external success, begins to hold less power. And something deeper starts calling you: meaning, connection, and authenticity. That's not a midlife crisis. That's midlife clarity. Psychologists call this the eudaimonic shift, the point when we move from chasing achievement to cultivating purpose. And purpose, it turns out, is profoundly biological. Studies show that people with a strong sense of purpose experience lower inflammation, stronger immune systems, and better cardiovascular health. Purpose isn't abstract, it's physiological. It literally protects your biology. Ask yourself, what gives me energy? Who do I love showing up for? What can I still grow? The 40s aren't about endings, they're about editing. You start designing the version of your life that will carry you joyfully into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. Here's the truth: your 40s are not the start of decline. They're the decade of design. Every choice you make now, how you eat, how you move, how you rest, and how you connect, is an investment in your future vitality, clarity, and strength. So take this as an invitation not to fight aging, but to partner with it. Because aging isn't the loss of youth, it's the discovery of your full vitality. And if you start now, 30 years from today, you'll look back and realize that your 40s weren't the end of something. They were the beginning of your vital years. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. And subscribe to Vital Year for more science-backed, life-enhancing stories to help you build your strongest, calmest, and most fulfilling decade yet. Stay strong, stay curious, and above all, stay vital.